Hey, subcontractor. How does it feel for you to take orders from me, who's younger than you? Hello, how are you? Mr. Adams, what do you want? You asked for my contact information, and I thought it was urgent. What do you need? Just answer the question. You're in your late 30s by the look of it, right? I'm 35, so I'm in my mid-30s. That's pretty much the late 30s. You'll be 40 if you round up. When you put it that way, sure. So, what does it matter? You're suddenly interested in my age? What is it? I'm 28. Huh? I see. Do you understand? Sorry, I don't understand. You can only react like an AI? I'm 28 and you're 35. But I have a higher social status than you. You have to take orders from me. How does that feel? I wouldn't be able to stand it. What are you talking about? As common sense, I try not to be rude within the bounds of propriety. What's wrong with that? Don't you have any pride? Excuse me? I couldn't take it. I wouldn't want a life like yours. What? What do you mean? What do you need from me? You want to be like me, right? Huh? I'm young. I work for a good company. I'm not like you. I guess you could say we live in different worlds. By the way, Emily, the receptionist, likes me. Do you mean Miss Johnson? That's right. Well, she's gonna marry me. Soon to be Mrs. Adams. That's unlikely. Mr. Lowe's, do you understand your position? It's Loath. It doesn't matter. It's kind of the same thing. No, because that's not my name. You're such a detail-oriented guy. You just have to do what I tell you to do. Because you're a subcontractor. What? Subcontractor? You say business partner like it's a big deal. In short, you're just a subcontractor. If you don't get the job from my company, your company probably couldn't even keep it going. Mr. Adams, you must be mistaken. The previous rep was also named Lowe or something like that. I feel sorry for that guy too. He's even older than you, right? It's too bad he's not as good as me at that age. What are you talking about? My predecessor's name is Spence. There's no employee named Lowe in our company. What are you talking about? Was that old man that much of a presence? I can't believe you remember his name. I don't understand what you're talking about. Mr. Adams, I've been trying to tell you. You're mistaken about something. I only went to your company this time for a business meeting. Why should I be told that much? You seem to be looking down on me. Your presence is annoying and has no use other than to look down on. If you want to be like me, why don't you start over from high school or something? Then you might be able to get a better job. Maybe then you'll have some hope for the future. With all due respect, I was already working for this company when I was your age. I'm a mid-career hire and I've been in this position for 10 years. I also hold a higher position than you think. I'm not in a lower position than you. Huh? Even if you've worked for such a weak company for a long time. Even if you bragged about holding a higher position. So what? You say you're a business partner who's here for a business meeting and you make it sound like a big deal. You just came to our company to beg for a share of the profits. Mr. Adams, you were not at the business meeting, were you? I have no idea why you'd say that. You should stop this. There seems to be a lot of misunderstanding going on. Don't talk to me like you're here for a business meeting or something. You're a subcontractor. I am not your subcontractor. Are you listening to me? I think you're mistaken. Why don't you calm down? The contract is as I just sent you. I heard that the person in charge there, Miss Triss, had to leave early today because she's feeling unwell. I left it on your desk as you're her assistant. Please check. Oh, I burned that one earlier. What? Burned it? What do you mean? I saw you put something on my desk. At a glance, I knew it was a contract. Looks like you need my signature. You act like a big man, so I burned it. Why would I sign a contract with a bottom feeder like you? That's a joke, right? First of all, you're a bottom feeder and a crappy subcontractor. You were talking to my girl, Emily. Yes. What does it matter now? You were flirting with my girl. That's unacceptable. You're annoying. Right after that, I saw that contract and I got mad. You're a nobody. Who do you think you are? I burned that piece of paper because I would never sign a contract with someone like you. That was a $4 million contract. Huh? I'm hoping that's a joke. Did you really burn it? That contract was the result of many discussions between our company and yours, you know. What are you talking about, $4 million? I don't see how you can get a deal that big. Who would pay such a large sum of money for your company? You're just a weak subcontractor. Can't you just stop it? I'm from East Company, you know. Huh? I know it's rude to put it this way, but do you realize that you're the subcontractors? Huh? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Who's East Company, huh? That isn't our prime contractor's client, is it? I've said so many times. I don't know what company you've mistaken for ours. The Mr. Lowe you're referring to? I think he and I are completely different people. Because our names were similar, did you make the mistake of thinking we were from the same company? I didn't know employees with no common sense like you existed. Please, wait a minute. Mr. Lowe, are you from East Company? How many times do I have to tell you? My name is Loth. I am so sorry. Please, forgive my rude behavior. I was completely mistaken. I never had the slightest intention of picking a fight with your company. Even if it's another company, I'd suggest you don't pick a fight with them. It was a contract with your company. I'm really sorry. I accidentally discarded it by mistake. I just heard about it. I hoped it was a lie, but I'm disappointed. So you really burned it? I'm very sorry. My mistake. I'll be careful in the future so this does not happen again. There is no future. Huh? So that contract. Could you please bring it again? The person in charge will be able to come to work tomorrow. I'm sure she'll be feeling better by tomorrow. No, I've had enough. What do you mean? The contract is gone and I'm leaving. There was never any talk of this contract. Huh? Now, excuse me. Wait a minute. What do you mean the contract never happened? That's a joke, right? I don't joke about these things, unlike you. That was the original contract. We don't have a copy. I doubt we will ever approach your company again about a contract. I'm sorry, but give up. You want me to give up? Wait a minute. That was a $4 million deal, right? Your company and our company have been working together on this project. Didn't this contract take a while to finalize? And you're going to terminate it? That would be a big problem between our company and yours. It will. Then let's not make such a big issue. Let's work together to figure out how to solve this problem. No, thank you. Yes? From what standpoint are you speaking? Everything you say is offensive. No, I'm really sorry about that. We agreed to the contract and brought it to you today. All I had to do was for you to sign the contract for me and take it back to the office. Your company should have been able to sign a $4 million contract. But look what you've done. Not only are you making your own self-serving misguided judgments and being disrespectful to me, but also you burn a $4 million contract because you feel like it. Don't you think that's beyond any level of common sense? You're absolutely right. I have no words to reply with. I'm so sorry. I'm committed to ensuring that this never happens again. No, thank you. Your president will be very angry. Please, let's not get the president involved. Please come back. You can't ask me to do that. Mr. Adams, it's too late now. It's against the law to dispose of contracts without permission. Just because you're young doesn't mean you're allowed to do it. Do you understand? I understand, but I'm still in my 20s. I have a future. Please, forgive me. From now on, I won't let this happen again. How many times do I have to tell you? The contract is canceled. There are a number of other companies that want to sign a contract with us. Well, then, we'll sign a contract with another company. Excuse me. Please don't say that. Please, wait. I'm truly sorry that I did this. It would be a huge loss for our company. If this gets out to the company, I could be fired. You should think about my life. I'm sorry if I'm being rude, but I think it's well within their boundaries to fire you. Huh? You've lost the company a $4 million contract. I think it's a fair punishment for you to get fired. It's been a year since I started this job. I'm about to get promoted. I see. Well, that's too bad. Your future is none of my business. The contract is canceled, and I'm sure you'll be fired. But it was a good learning experience, wasn't it? A little more business etiquette. Learn from your mistakes, please. As a result, Mr. Loth went straight back to his office, creating a huge problem within Mr. Adams' company. Mr. Adams was held responsible for burning a $4 million contract. Not only was he fired on the spot, but he also had to pay compensation. He seems to have gotten carried away and ended up regretting it. As a matter of fact, it turns out that the receptionist, Miss Emily Johnson, was a cousin of Mr. Loth. Of course, a troublesome guy like Mr. Adams was not of interest to her, and she rejected him immediately.
Arnold, when are you coming to see Dad?
Darn, I'm really busy now. I don't know when I'll be able to go.
That's what you said last time, and you never come. Dad's already been in the hospital for 6 months.
He's been in there for 6 months and he's not getting any better. Isn't it too late?
Don't say that! Do you have to be so straightforward?
So that's really the deal?
And that's why you need to come see him. Don't you understand?
He doesn't want to see me. He only considers you to be his child.
I don't think so. How much has he done for you in the past? You really should be the one taking care of him now.
I told you, I'm busy. Even my wife is out working now. We don't have time to spare like you.
I have enough things on my plate too, you know? You went to college for 2 extra years, and Dad is the one that paid for it. He even repaid the debt you made from doing who knows what. It should be a priority to take time out to come see him.
All right. I'll go when I can. You seem to be trying to criticize me. But think about it. It's Dad that raised me like this.
Huh?
Mom died when we were still in elementary school, and we were left alone at home. We were deprived of a normal family life. Bailing me out is the least he can do. I became like this because I was deprived of love.
Are you serious? Dad did the best he could to raise us while working. He came to our school events. He always took us on a trip during vacations.
Like I said, that's the least he can do. All parents are obligated to do that. He never did anything special.
Put yourself in his shoes. After knowing what it's like to work for a living, do you think you can raise kids and do chores while working on your own? I'm able to appreciate what he did for us, now that I'm out working.
Yeah. Ruby, stop trying to be such a good little girl.
That's so not the point right now.
You were raised with more care than me anyways. That's why you see him differently.
Dad raised us both the same.
Uh-huh. He was always hard on me. I only have memories of him scolding me.
That's because you were a bad kid. Stealing, getting arrested. It's all your doing. You were even held back in college for skipping too many classes.
The rashness of youth. Everyone goes through that kind of stuff.
Not me. Anyways, what's important is to reflect on what you've done, good or bad.
Yeah, you'll never understand how I feel.
Of course I won't. I'm not you. But I can still imagine. You were just easy on yourself.
Yeah, you're such a good girl and I'm just a failure. Think what you want.
Don't be such a child. Don't expect to have much more time to see him. You really should have a talk with him, for the both of you. I know your relationship with him wasn't great these past years. But this is your last chance.
Okay, I got you. I'll go when I can. I'm busy, don't bother me anymore. You really irritate me.
Arnold! Answer my call!
What do you want? I'm tired from work.
Dad's in critical condition. He might not make it past tonight.
Is that so?
That's all you have to say? You're not coming?
I'm busy tomorrow too. I need to rest.
This really might be your last chance.
Is he even conscious?
No.
Then what's the point? There's nothing to talk about anyways.
Just come. Be by his side.
That's what you're there for. He'll probably die from shock if I suddenly show up.
Don't joke around. Please, just come.
My wife's tired too. And she takes forever to get ready. It'll be too late.
You don't need any preparations, right? Just come alone for now. Coming alone is enough.
Nah, I can't. I've been forgetting to renew my driver's license. She has to drive me.
Just call an Uber.
That's a waste of money.
I'll give you the money, so just get over here.
I told you I'm not going.
This might be your last chance.
I really don't give a crap. That old fart.
What?
I haven't told you this, but I went to ask him for money like right before he got hospitalized, but he turned me back. Now I'm drowning in debt.
You were trying to borrow money again?
Yeah, I needed it for investing.
Why would you invest money you don't have?
I was just trying to repay him for all that he's done for me. I needed to make an investment for that, but he let me down.
You don't repay someone by asking them for more money. What's wrong with you? It's all on you.
Whatever. It's because of him I have this debt now.
How is it his fault?
By the way, how much can I expect to inherit from him?
I don't know. How could you worry about inheritance at a time like this?
I think this is the time to be worrying about inheritance. You must know, there's no way he hasn't discussed it with you. Tell me.
I heard it's like $760,000.
Whoa, seriously? Just half of that would be enough for me.
Don't get your hopes up.
Is that why you were so devoted to taking care of him? You should have told me he had so much. I would have helped too.
That's not my intention.
Then can I have it all?
Go ahead. I don't need any money.
Ruby, don't forget you said that, okay? You'd better waive your right to inheritance and tell me when he dies. I'll go to the funeral.
You're despicable. What's with that condolence money? Are you out of your mind?
What? Because it was 32 cents? That's more than enough for him. At least I went to the damn funeral.
Go to hell.
Dad's the one going to hell. If he lent me the money, I would have been able to pay my condolences.
You and your wife seem to be dressed quite nicely, despite you drowning in debt. And you rolled up in a luxury car. Do you really have debt? If you can afford those things, you should be able to pay more than you did.
I bought those in anticipation of inheritance money. After all, it is $760,000.
Quite some splurging. And you haven't even received the inheritance yet. You two are something.
It's gonna be all mine in a matter of time. Don't tell me you're having second thoughts.
No.
Good. 'Cause it's too late now.
How low can you get? I'm cutting ties with you.
Good riddance. I don't have to worry about you begging me for money later. All you do is snack. I don't need you in my life.
Very well. See what happens. I don't care anymore. Paperwork concerning Dad is all done. I officially have no ties with you now. Don't ever contact me again. Goodbye.
Hold up. What about the inheritance?
Inheritance?
The 760,000 bucks. The paperwork's done, right? I don't see the money in my account.
Of course. The $760,000 is debt.
Debt?
Yes, $760,000 in debt.
What do you mean, debt? Dad wouldn't have debt.
It's probably because of all the trouble you caused him. It's not my problem. Goodbye.
Wait, so I'm not getting $760,000?
Yeah, you now owe it.
You must be kidding me. You said he had money, so I went out and bought all this stuff. You tricked me.
You're the one dumb enough to spend money you have yet to receive. It's not my problem.
Why wouldn't you tell me?
Why should I have?
Because that's common sense.
Don't lecture me about common sense. After you only paying 32 cents for condolences?
I had no money because of him.
But you go out and buy brand clothing and a luxury car? You make no sense. And of course, you never ended up coming to see him. You two are nuts.
Are you being serious about this debt? What's gonna happen to me?
Well, at least it's not actually $760,000 anymore. Part of it is paid off with the insurance money.
Good. You scared me. How much was his insurance money?
$530,000. So you only owe $230,000. Good thing, right? A lot less than before.
Why am I the one stuck with his debts?
Because I've waived my rights. You told me to do so, remember? So you're the only one left.
I said that thinking I was getting money. How could you... I refuse to inherit debt.
Then go ahead and waive your rights. I've done what I needed to do.
How do you do it? Shouldn't you take care of that part too?
I did what was my duty. Why do I have to do paperwork for you? Do it yourself.
Because you're my sister.
I told you, I'm cutting ties. We're not siblings anymore.
But you're the one taking care of him, so you should do it. I don't understand that stuff.
Don't come to me all of a sudden. When Dad collapsed, when he got hospitalized, it was all on me. Even the funeral, I did everything myself. I don't want to be associated with someone as heartless as you.
Sorry I made you do it all, but you knew my relationship with Dad wasn't good.
But he was still your father, and he cared for you. He paid for your tuition and debt. It's you who destroyed the relationship. And you go and make it his fault? I won't forgive you.
Ruby, calm down. I was so in need of money, I got carried away. You know how men can be so egotistic. I couldn't show face after all we went through.
But you still expect to receive money? That's amigo. You're just making excuses.
All right, I promise to become a new man. I'll go pay a visit to Dad's grave. So come on, help me with the paperwork.
Just go and consult an attorney. I had to depend on an attorney too.
That'll cost money.
How about you sell your car and luxury clothes?
I can't do that. My wife would kill me.
Then you'll have to do it yourself. Though it won't be easy. By the way, you have to do it within 3 months of his death.
What? I only have 2 months left?
Yep.
Is that even possible?
I don't know.
And what about the money I spent? Is it gonna come back?
Huh? What are you saying? Of course it's not coming back. You really just don't learn. You made that debt. It's your responsibility.
I can't repay this. I've already spent like 90,000.
Idiot. You're pathetic.
Come on, Ruby. You have a good job, but you must have some savings. Can't you lend me some?
Now you're coming to me for money?
You're the only family I have. I only have you to depend on.
You're not family anymore.
Please, Ruby. I'll never go splurging again. I'll work hard and repay you.
You said the same thing to Dad, but you never fulfilled your promise. I'm not kind enough to lend you money.
Come on. I'll do anything. Don't abandon me.
You have no more family to depend on, and it's your own fault. I don't need a brother that just comes begging me for money. Don't ever contact me again. You're completely useless to me. In fact, you're just a nuisance. My brother and his wife had quite a dispute over the inheritance. She threatened to divorce him if he sold the car and clothes. And while they were disputing, the time limit to waive rights had passed. So my brother got stuck with a $230,000 debt. My brother had no choice but to file for bankruptcy. And that triggered an ugly divorce battle. She also has the debt she made with my brother, so she can't become debt-free. But I think she realized that being with my brother would not do her any good. I don't know how things turned out, but I doubt it's any good. I actually wish for them to suffer for a while. I was shocked about my father's debt. But maybe it was his way of preventing my brother from receiving any inheritance? He would know what would happen if my brother had received a hefty sum of money. I only wish he is happily spending time with my mother in heaven. I cannot deny that I was lonely as a child with no mother, but I know how much love I received from my father. It is thanks to him I am where I am today. I will not forget to be grateful for what I have. If I continue to live down to earth, I believe I will be just fine.